Jack in the Box is an American fast food restaurant chain founded in 1951. Thank you for your suggestion.
One of my competitors says you can have it your way. Really? Good luck ordering breakfast after 11 a.m. Let's talk about my way.
Yeah.
My way means you can order anything on the menu any time of day, whether it's a burger for breakfast or French toast sticks at midnight. Other places won't let you do that. And hey, if I'm saying something that's not true, do something about it.
The first official Jack in the Box opened in San Diego in 1951. In 1941, Robert Peterson founded Topsy's Drive-In in San Diego, California. Topsy's Drive-In opened at 6270 El Cajon Boulevard in San Diego in 1941. Several more Topsys were opened. By the late 1940s, Peterson's locations had developed a circus-like decor featuring drawings of a starry-eyed clown. In 1947, Peterson obtained the rights for the intercom ordering concept from George Manos, who owned one location named Chatterbox in Anchorage, Alaska, the first known location to use the intercom concept for drive-up windows. In 1951, Peterson converted the El Cajon Boulevard location into a Jack in the Box, a hamburger stand focused on drive-through service. While the drive-through concept was not new, Jack in the Box innovated a two-way intercom system, the first major chain to use an intercom and the first to focus on drive-through. The intercom allowed much faster service than a traditional drive-up window. While one customer was being served at the window, a second and even third customer's order could be taken and prepared. A giant clown projected from the roof, and a smaller clown head sat atop the intercom where a sign said, "Pull forward, Jack will speak to you." The Jack in the Box restaurant was conceived as a modern food machine designed by La Jolla, California master architect Russell Forrester. Quick service made the new location very popular, and soon all of the Oscars locations were redesigned with intercoms and rechristened Jack in the Box restaurants. You may have wondered why I said Oscars. Well, Topsy's Drive-In was later renamed to Oscars, and by 1950, when he changed the name to Jack in the Box, the company had 4 restaurants. It was among the first drive-in restaurants in America, and the appeal of Jack in the Box was heightened by its mascot, a clown whose head appeared on the restaurant's distinctive logo and signage. Peterson formed Foodmaker, Inc. as a holding company for Jack in the Box in 1960. At this time, all Jack in the Box locations, over 180, were mainly in California and the Southwest and were company-owned. Location sites, food preparation, quality control, and the hiring and training of on-site managers and staff in each location were subject to rigorous screening and strict performance standards. The chain, which had expanded to 24 units by 1961, grew to 182 by 1966. Throughout Jack in the Box's formative years, Foodmaker Company had prepared all of the chain's food products, except dairy items and hamburger buns, providing for the daily delivery of food to each individual restaurant. Offering a menu that included hamburgers, cheeseburgers, french fries, onion rings, fried chicken, fried shrimp, tacos, apple turnovers, and soft drinks, Jack in the Box had proved its popularity with the American public, prompting Foodmaker to map out an ambitious expansion plan. In 1968, Peterson sold Foodmaker to Ralston Purina Company. In the 1970s, Foodmaker led the Jack in the Box chain toward its most prolific growth and began to franchise locations. The chain began to increasingly resemble its larger competitors, particularly industry giant McDonald's. Jack in the Box began to struggle in the latter part of the decade. Its expansion into the East Coast market was cut back and then halted. By the end of the decade, Jack in the Box restaurants were sold in increasing numbers. In 1979, Foodmaker decided to concentrate its efforts on the western and southwestern United States, and it sold or closed its more than 200 Jack in the Box outlets in the eastern and Midwest parts of the country. Needing to shift gears to effect a turnaround, Foodmaker management began the following decade on an explosive note when the chain in 1980 signaled a dramatic shift in marketing strategy by blowing up its symbol, the Jack in the Box clown, in television commercials. Jack in the Box announced that it would no longer compete for McDonald's target customer base of families with young children. Instead, Foodmaker would attempt to attract older, more affluent customers with its touted as higher quality, more upscale menu, which attempted to satisfy the changing tastes of those aging baby boomers. Jack in the Box restaurants were remodeled and redecorated with decorator pastel colors and hanging plants, the logo containing a clown's head in a red box with the company's name in red text to or below the box. Signs in front of the restaurant displayed the clown's head only, were modified, stacking the words in a red diagonal box while retaining the clown's head. Annual sales increased through the 1980s. The parent company, Ralston Purina, tried further to mature the restaurant's image by doing the unthinkable. It renamed itself Monterey Jack's in late 1985. It's almost like Burger King renaming itself Burger Kingdom or Burger Throne. The name change proved to be a disaster. And the Jack in the Box name was restored in early 1986. After 18 years of ownership, Ralston Purina decided in 1985 that Foodmaker was a non-core asset and sold it to the management. By 1987, sales reached $655 million, and the chain boasted 897 restaurants, and Foodmaker became a publicly traded company. In 1990, the 1,000th Jack in the Box unit was opened in Yorba Linda, California, marking the end of a 10-year period that saw the chain emerge from the formidable shadow cast by McDonald's and established a distinct image. I actually ate at that Yorba Linda location. It just happened to be in my hometown where I grew up in the 1980s and 90s. In 1993, Jack in the Box suffered a PR nightmare when 6-year-old Lauren Rudolph suffered 3 heart attacks and died. Her death was caused by a foodborne bacteria known as E. coli, the origin of which was linked to a consumption of a tainted and undercooked Jack in the Box hamburger. Within a month, 3 more Jack in the Box customers, all young children, died, while more than 600 people in 5 western states fell ill, arousing nationwide fear of an E. coli bacterial epidemic and a pervasive distrust of the Jack in the Box chain. Foodmaker lost $98.1 million in 1993 and another $39.6 million in 1994. In 1994, Foodmaker settled 4 wrongful death lawsuits stemming from the E. coli outbreak. The restaurant rebounded in popularity in 1994 after a highly successful marketing campaign that featured the fictitious Jack in the Box chairman, Jack. Over the years, Jack in the Box has released some interesting dishes. You might remember the spicy nacho chicken sandwich, or the sriracha curly fry burger, stacked grilled cheeseburger, or the chicken tater melt. How about a blood orange fruit cooler, or the brunch burger, or the cranberry orange muffins, or the ultimate club sandwich, or maybe that bacon milkshake?
Two fast food giants are joining forces as today Jack in the Box announced it is buying Del Taco. The deal is worth about $575 million and is expected to close early next year. Del Taco is the second largest Mexican fast food chain behind Taco Bell, and the purchase will give the brand over 2,800 locations across 25 states. Guests will now be able to order a unique variety of menu offerings, including quesadillas and other American-style Mexican.
So what are some of your favorite memories of this place? Leave a comment or a suggestion for a future video below. Be sure to hit that like button. Thanks for watching.